What is up, good people? Well, we saw that nice little bounce. Today is sorry. Today is December 2nd, 2025. Saw this nice little pump in XRP, which executed the sell order on this bot. So now that it's sold, it had bought some and created the lines underneath. So now we need ETH to do a little pop so that I can get some profit from that one. Talking about ETH, what we're going to do today is try to figure out how to set up the bot for ETH to maximize for a bear market. So we're going to go into start bot DCA like you just saw me do while I was talking. Select your exchange. In this case, it's Coinbase. Pair is ETH and USD. And then you'll leave this long. We'll do our standard 1,000 that we start a bot with. Go down to manual adjustment, bot settings, 31.25 for that immediate order. And then the second order is also 31.25. This number here is the remaining balance of the bot. So you want to start out with $1,000, or you can easily scale that up to 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, as much as you want. Um, like we talked about before, don't put your eggs all in one basket. Set up a couple different ETH bots on each exchange. Set up a couple different XRP bots on each exchange to spread your risk. And so we've got this defaults at 5, the averaging orders quantity. Averaging order step percent, we'll keep that at 5. We will take our amount multiplier and jam that up to x2. And then let's leave this here just for shits and giggles at 1.3, which it wants to default at. So let's see what we can get with this. Let's see. I think yesterday we had a little bit better luck with 2.5. So let's try that instead of the 4 that we typically start with and go from there. Okay. So now we need to look at the chart of Ethereum, and we can take it from here, which is the actual top 4,900 of from August 25th, or this one wasn't too much lower. We can always play around with each one, because of course this timeline is going to give us a different total, just because I think it probably sold quite a bit more here than maybe it sold just through here. We'll see. Okay, so let's start out with going with October 7th. So that was pretty consistent with our Bitcoin bot that we did yesterday, even though we had uh, the infamous greatest liquidation in crypto history on October 10th. Um, I don't know why I said that. That's kind of weird, but so October 7th, 56 days, just like yesterday for the Bitcoin bot. Let's do a back test on these parameters and see what we get. 1.42% in 56 days. I think we can get that a little bit higher. So what we'll do is we'll go up to bot settings and let's see what, oops, let's see what taking this down to an averaging order step percent of 4.9% gives us. 1.42 again, so no change. 1.29, so a little lower. 1.29. Okay, so I'm going to go back up to our 5, and I'm going to take this down to off like we've done with other bots. 6.62% in the last 2 months for a down market. So let's see what we've done here. We've done Our price has fallen from 4,700 to as low as 2,600. Oh man, 2,600-ish to a current price of about 3,000. Is that right? I thought it was just a little higher just a little bit ago, but that's crypto for you. Okay, so what we have here is a 36% drop. So I think our Bitcoin drop from the 6 was a 32% drop, but we see quite a bit more of a return from ETH. Um, let's see what we can do by moving around our step percentage here. So let's try 4.29, 6.55. I've already forgotten what the other one was. 6.62. Let's try going up. 6.62. Maybe that's 6.81. Nice. Let's try 6.82. Okay. So 6.82 so far is our winner at 5.1. Let's go down to 4.5, see what that gets us. A little bit more frequent buying. 7.14. So we're on the right track. 6.95. Nope. Let's see what 4.0 gives us. 5.83. Okay, so let's try 4.6. See if we can beat that 7.14. Nope. So pretty quickly we found this is pretty good. You're not gonna you annualize this out. If you would get 7.14% in 2 months, take that times 6 to get your annual rate and an insane 42.84 APY. And that's assuming that it's going to continue this way, but even up, as it goes up, you might even make more. Just depends. Depends on the volatility. So ETH definitely being a little bit more volatile than Bitcoin, giving us a better return. So let's see. I'm going to do a screenshot of this real quick for my thumbnail. So in 2 months, for just having ETH on exchange and this bot on Coinbase, you've made 7.14%. And I think our Bitcoin, where we topped out yesterday, was 2.7 something, I think. Okay, so now let's see if we take that back test back to August 24th. August 24th. You could argue that if we are in a bear market, then you would say, well, that's our top, right? Because this ended up just being a retracement since it didn't make a new high. So that's funny. 100 days exactly since our top. Let's see what we got here. 10%. So if we take, let's figure out, we take that times 3.65 because it's 365 days divided by 100 days. 3.65 times 10%, 36%. So doesn't quite annualize out as good as just starting out here, but that's fine because, that's just the way it works. And let's see which actual annual backtest is closer. The 30, oh shoot, I forgot it already. 30 something versus 42. Okay, so an actual annual backtest on these parameters will be think 42 was our top there. 37%. So just using these parameters over the last year, let's see, Ethereum has gone, let's let it update before we open our mouth. Okay, so let's take a look here to see. This is a nice, you don't have a whole lot of boring timeline in this 365. The 365-day backtest, you don't see a whole lot of um, naked chart here. Just September, the first week of September, really. Um, let's see, get my price range. We started right about here and we've gone down to here. So in a 17, ETH has gone down 17.47 percent in the last 365 days by using these bot settings as has basically returned 37.3% on this bot. So if you had $1,000 in this bot, you now have basically a bot that's still maybe worth 700, and you've also got 372 in the bank. So you're basically um, you haven't lost any money, but if you close this out, you probably just break even. But if you don't, and you let it sell some more, it's going to continue to make money um, while just popping it into your stablecoin wallet. And like we've talked about before, that's available immediately. You don't have to wait until it gets up to this 372 each time it profits. It puts that amount into your stable wallet. You can reinvest that into your next bot or do whatever you want with it. So, pretty short video, I guess, compared to my past ones. But if you're interested in checking out the Bitscap software that I'm using here, you can do everything except for the back test that I've been doing for as little as $23 a month if you pay for it for the whole year. Do it by month, 29. That's going to give you 10 active DCA bots. So if you put 10K into 10 bots, starting out with 1,000, and you can get around this 30% return on these bots, that's $3,000. That more than pays for your service and can let you just set and forget these and not have to worry about all these stressful days when price is going up and down so much. But me, I've been in this, oh, 2013 is when I bought my first Bitcoin. So all these fluctuations don't really bug me as much as they at all anymore. But you with these bots, you can set and forget and not even have to pay attention. Just log in once a month on your exchange and do whatever you want to do with your winnings. All right. Like and subscribe the video, all that jazz, and we'll see you on the next one.